out where the oak tree shadows lay long on the ground under skies that weave tales of azure and gold. There used to be laughter, soft as a feather. Now there's just the echo of the stories we told by that old wooden porch where the creek sings its chorus. You danced under starlight, scarf catching the wind, but the night grew cold, oh so bold. Silence like frost began to descend, and silence burns in this heart of mine on lonely trails where the sunsets bleed. In every whisper of the pine I find the ghost of you I can't set free. Dust swirls where your shadow fell in this empty cabin built for two. Silence burns, oh it burns like hell, 'cause every silence whispers you. Years roll like the thunder across these plains, gravel roads worn down by boots and rain. The saddle sits untouched, its leather cracked and dry, just like the tears that once stormed from our eyes. Where did those promises ride off to? Lost like pebbles in the churn of time. Now only your scarf, faded and blue, hangs on the post, a relic of what was mine. Silence burns in this heart of mine on lonely trails where the sunsets bleed. In every whisper of the pine I find the ghost of you I can't set free. Dust swirls where your shadow fell in this empty cabin built for two. Silence burns, oh it burns like hell, 'cause every silence whispers you. Maybe the land remembers more than we could tell, holds our love deep in its dusty veins. As I wander these paths, a soul lost from its shell, I know some fires survive even the hardest rain. Silence burns, and yet now I see it's in the quiet I find your trace. In the rustle of leaves, in the chill of the breeze, in the lonely spaces of this endless place. Silence burns, and I burn too, but in the ashes I find some peace. For every silence that whispers of you brings a bittersweet release. Out by the ridge where the old oak weeps, your scarf still dances on a breeze so sweet. We carved our names under stars so deep, where the lonely fire sleeps. Oh, my heart rides the winds of those silent plains, where the whispers echo with your name. Under the moonlight, my regrets I keep beside the ashes where the lonely fire sleeps. The porch still creaks from our last goodbye. The saddle's dusty, no more rides. Gravel roads stretch neath endless skies. Memories fade where old love lies. Oh, my heart rides the winds of those silent plains, where the whispers echo with with your name. Under the moonlight, my regrets I keep beside the ashes where the lonely fire sleeps. Old trails, but not the pain. Dust settles, but your scent remains. In every sunset, your shadow creeps through empty cabins where my sorrow seeps. So I'll sing to the stars about a love that was deep in a town too small for secrets to keep. Forever wandering, a soul that never sleeps, dreaming by the ruins where the lonely fire sleeps. Yes, I'm lost in the quiet where the lonely fire sleeps.
Shadow of an oak so grand, where once we carved our names in aged hands. The sunset bleeds through leaves like time, spilling secrets we once vowed to find. This quiet town, its whispering winds carry tales of you, the dance we'd spin. And oh, how the winds have changed, echoing your name through the frontier strange. Memory bled in silence neath the starlit sky, with only the night to hear my lonesome sigh. The trail grows cold, the candle dims in the silence where our song begins. Wandering past that empty cabin's glare, gravel roads, forgotten tales of despair. The scent of rain on dusty plains brings back your laughter, the love remains. An old porch swing sways with ghosts of your grace in each creaking wood, your smile I trace. And oh, how the winds have changed, echoing your name through the frontier strange. Memory bled in silence neath the starlit sky, with only the night to hear my lonesome sigh. The trail grows cold, the candle dims in the silence where our song begins. Underneath the endless expanse of stars, I reckon with my heart's old scars. Sometimes a man's got to lose his way to understand the price he's paid. And oh, how my heart has learned, in every whispered wind your voice returned. Memory lives in silence where we used to lie. Now I sing our song to the open sky. Goodbye's a ghost on these haunted plains. In the silence, love and pain remains. The trail grows cold, the candle dims in the silence where our love swims. In the hush of dusk I feel your eyes. Memory fades but never dies.
out by the old split rail where the creek bends and sighs. I first saw her smiling neath the vast prairie skies. We carved our names into the oak, so wild and free. Underneath that summer sun, silence watched me. Oh, silence watched me lead through fields of gold and yore. Her scarf caught on the breeze as my heart tore. Every whispered wind, every rustle in the leaves, echoes of what we had. Silence watched me leave. Years flew like dust devils across those old gravel roads. Our cabin stood empty where once love abode. Winter claimed the porch swing where we dream above the fray. Rain washed away the trails where we once lost our way. Silence watched me lead past shadows growing dim, missing her laughter in the twilight hymn. The cold grip of the night, the longing that deceives. She's a ghost in my heart. Silence watched me leave. By the lantern's pale glow, I see her face and fires dance. Old regrets spin stories in their haunting spectral trance. A low coyote calls to a moon so out of reach. In this silent symphony, my soul finds its speech. So silence watched me leave, and it watches still as I roam these wild lands against my heart's own will. But every sunset burns where her love once wove its weave. In the quiet of the night, silence watched me leave. In the quiet of my life, only silence watched me leave. Out where the oak tree meets the creek's embrace, carved our names inside a heart that day. We watched the sun paint gold on your soft face. Under that sky, my dreams were never gray. The fence we built from fallen timbers gray stood guard like sentries, and quiet come what may. But time's a thief, and winds do whisper low. The fence walked away, just like your tender glow. Now I roam these trails with dust beneath my stride, where memories echo and old ghosts reside. The saddle hangs untied touched, it's worn and frayed, like the lines of time etched upon my brow. The scarf you left on the porch swing its weight, a dance of shadows as I keep my vow. The cabin's empty, laughter sorely traded for silence like the fields after their plow. But time's a thief and winds do whisper low. The fence walked away just like your tender glow. Now I roam these trails with dust beneath my stride, where memories echo and old ghosts reside. In the heart of night, by the fire's light I see visions of you like whispers of rain on dry leaves. Each log and stone, each dream we've sown, now part of me, tethered to this land where my spirit still believes. Yes, time's a thief and shadows they do grow. That fence walked away, but your love still flows through gravel roads neath endless azure skies. I'll walk these lands till my lonesome heart lies. And though you're gone in the sunset's fiery blaze, I find a peace in these gold-soaked, wistful days. In the shadow of an oak, where the creek used to flow, I found an old scarf, faded blue like her eyes. Under that whispering sky, our love was aflame. On the porch of that cabin, where I whispered her name. Oh, fading light tied down to the ghosts of these grounds. Her laughter haunts the prairie winds in a twilight that never ends. My heart rides lonesome trails of tears, fading light tied down through the years. That old saddle's worn like the lines by my eyes. Gravel roads, empty cabins, where our dreams used to lie. Rain on the tin roof, a rhythm lost in time. She's a memory, a melody in a worn out rhyme. Oh, fading light tied down to the echoes of this town. Her whisper in the midnight rain, a love I'll never claim again. My soul wanders a shadow in the dust, fading light tied down tied down, where my heart forever's bound. She's a sunset slipping from the sky, a whisper of goodbye in the quiet where old ghosts have played. In the fading light I'll stay tied down, unswayed. Out on the edge where the wild oats grow, under the shadow of an old oak's arm, I left my heart in a cabin low, where the porch creaked under the weight of our charm. Her scarf still dances on the rusty hook. The wind whispers secrets we once understood, in that quiet place by the babbling brook, where we carved our names deep into the wood. Had fades in the sun, just like memories. Underneath its brim, her smile I can see. Dust kicks up where we used to tread, each step away, more words left unsaid. The sunset burns, but not like her touch. Had fades, and it's never enough. Gravel roads where we rode side by side, now just tracks fading into the rain. The laughter's gone, carried far by the tide, only echoes in the dust remain. The town feels empty though folks are around. They speak but their voices are just hollow sounds. My saddle's warm where she once sat bound, riding with me the world all fades in the sun, just like memories. Underneath its brim, her smile I can see. Dust kicks up where we used to tread, each step away, more words left unsaid. The sunset burns, but not like her touch. Had fades, and it's never enough. Sometimes late at night the north wind moans, carrying a tune only the lonely have known. Across those miles where my regrets are sown, I wander forever, searching forever alone. Had fades in the sun, just like memories. Her laughter's a ghost in the whispering trees. The trail's grown over, the past put to bed, but in the quiet I still see the life we could have led. The sunset burns, oh how it still scorches such. Had fades in the dusk, and it's always too much. The last note lingers, the cowboy silhouette framed by the dying light. His journey continues beneath the vast indigo sky, a testament to love lost and the enduring spirit of the wandering heart. Out where the oak trees shadow gravel rolls, I remember her laughter mingling with the wind. Under the porch light her story unfolds, where the worn out saddles knew all we confessed. Her scarf still dancing in the breeze like it's been. Her goodbye flew with the sunset's dying glow, trailing off where the wild river bends. Left me with echoes of I miss you so, on paths where our worn boot prints footprints refuse to end. The town's aged a year for every night I'm alone. Cabin walls whisper secrets we once shared. Dusty windows and a chair overthrown. How the silence speaks in a house that's unprepared. No more laughter in the air, just an empty throne. Her goodbye flew with the sunset's dying glow, trailing off where the wild river bends. Left me with echoes of I miss you so, on paths where our lost footprints refuse to end. Sometimes the wind brings a trace, a soft sigh, or the rain writes her name on my dusty pane. Each star above a tear from the sky, for the love that rode away won't come again. Her goodbye flew with the crimson clouds up high, chasing the dreams where the old river bends. Here with the shadows under the vast open sky, whispering to ghosts on the trails that never end, where her memory like the river just flows on by. And her goodbye, her goodbye never truly ends. In the shadow of an oak so grand, where once we carved our names in aged hands, the sunset bleeds through leaves like time, spilling secrets we once vowed to find. This quiet town, its whispering winds carry tales of you, the dance we'd spin. And oh, how the winds have changed, echoing your name through the frontier strange. Memory bled in silence neath the starlit sky, with only the night to hear my lonesome sigh. The trail grows cold, the candle dims in the silence where our song begins. Now wandering past that empty cabin's glare, gravel roads forgotten, tales of despair. The scent of rain on dusty plains brings back your laughter, the love remains. An old porch swing sways with ghosts of your grace. In each creaking wood, your smile I trace. And oh, how the winds have changed, echoing your name through the frontier strange. Memory bled in silence neath the starlit sky, with only the night to hear my lonesome sigh. The trail grows cold, the candle dims in the silence where our song begins. Underneath the endless expanse of stars, I reckon with my heart's old scars. Sometimes a man's got to lose his way to understand the price he's paid. And oh, how my heart has learned in every whispered wind your voice returned. Memory lives in silence where we used to lie. Now I sing our song to the open sky. Goodbye's a ghost on these haunted plains. In the silence, love and pain remains. The trail goes cold, the candle dims in the silence where love swims. In the hush of dusk I feel your eyes. Memory fades,
but never dies.
In the shadow of the oak, where whispers hang on to the breeze, I carved our names inside a heart, and still I see it with ease. Your scarf, it danced a wild red against the prairie's dust, on a porch where we lay watching stars and dreams we used to trust. Those boots walked away down a road of gravel gray, left nothing but the echo of your laugh in the fray. Sunset bleeds just like my heart over trails where we'd roam. Boots walked away and my heart lost its home. The cabin by the ridge stands empty like the void inside my chest. Rain taps on the window in rhythm with my unrest. The saddle hangs untouched neath that old weathered barn's decay. Every creak in the wooden boards echoes words we didn't say. Those boots walked away with every dream I dared to lay underneath that endless sky where our wild spirits play. Sunset bleeds just like my heart over lands where silence swells. Boots walked away, left me nothing but farewell. Your voice across the canyon's cry, telling tales of what was ours under that big open sky. I'm the lone shadow walking where our laughter once filled the air, holding on to the ghost of you, wondering if you still care. Still those boots walked away down paths old and worn, leaving me with memories in the dust they had borne. Sunset bleeds just like my heart over roads that lead astray. Boots walked away, love's a price too steep to pay. Boots walked away, and the echoes they still stay.
There's an oak tree just past the hill where silence talks and time stands still. Its roots hold stories left unsaid and bark like paper for the dead. I rode there slow, my hat pulled low. The sky burned gold, the wind moved slow. I pulled my knife and carved one line, the name I swore was once just mine. I buried my name beneath the oak, no cross, no stone, no preacher spoke. Just one last breath, one last vow to leave behind the man I was somehow. I didn't cry, I didn't choke, just carved and dug in prairie smoke. No eulogy, no farewell cloak, I buried my name beneath the oak. The grass was tall, the dusk ran deep. The sky looked down as if to weep. The crows flew low, the breeze was dry, and somewhere coyote said goodbye. I left no note, no kiss, no trail, just saddle creaks and one exhale. And if they ever ask of me, say he rode west where souls run free. I buried my name beneath the oak, where hearts go quiet and fire folk spoke, where thunder dreams and horses roam, and men like me find peace alone. Don't sing no song, don't light no flame, just let the dirt forget my name. Let wind and stars the story cloak. I buried it beneath the oak. Some folks die in towns and beds, but me, I chose the sky instead. No one owns the wind you see, and now the wind remembers me. I buried my name beneath the oak, then turned my back and didn't look. The sun went down, the world went wide, and I rode off with no one by my side. If you hear hooves where no one spoke, it's just the man who left his name beneath the oak.
By the withered oak where the creek bends low, we carved our names years ago under skies as wide as a prairie's breath, where the sun dipped gold and our love found depth. Your scarf danced free in the evening wind, every thread a memory pinned. Oh, love carved deep in the heart of the wood, just like we promised we always would. But seasons turn as they always do, leaving me lonesome without you. Still the wind whispers through the hollows, echoing, echoing our tomorrows. Now the trails are faded where we once roamed, rust takes the gate of our old home. The porch steps creak neath my weary feet, missing the soft sound of your heartbeat. Dust swirls where laughter used to play, in the cabin silence shadows sway. Oh, love carved deep in the heart of the wood, just like we promised we always would. But the oak stands lone as the night descends, lonely like me where the pathway ends. Still the wind whispers through the hollows, echoing, echoing our tomorrows. Sometimes I think I hear your call over the ridge when the night falls. Maybe it's just the rustling leaves or my heart playing tricks with its reprise. Promised forever we would. Beneath the stars, I reckon it's true. Every sunset still brings me back to you, and the wind whispers through the hollows, echoing, echoing our tomorrows. In this quiet land where I wander through, every stone, every breeze still reminds me of you. out where the oak tree shadows stretch past the edge of this worn wooden deck. That's where we watch the world turn gold on the porch of the ranch now turned so cold. We swore our dreams beneath the stars, tangled hearts in the soft glow of Mars. Now the wind whispers through empty halls, dust settles where your laughter once called. Sunsets bleed into crestfallen nights under the silence of lost lovers' lights. This abandoned ranch turned cold and gray holds the ghosts of our yesterdays. I rode past the river where we used to swim, gravel roads overgrown, memories dim. The town's old saloon stands quiet and tired, like the fire in my soul that once burned inspired. No more echoes on that creaky front porch, just a lone saddle and a flickering torch. The wind whispers through empty halls, dust settles where your laughter once called. Sunsets bleed into crestfallen nights under the silence of lost lovers' lights. This abandoned ranch turned cold and gray holds the ghosts of our yesterdays. Sometimes I think I hear your scarf in the breeze, or see your shadow in the sway of the trees. But it's just the soul of this lonely place, and the echo of a tender vanished grace. So I whisper goodbye to the quiet ground, to the love that once lived but can't be found. As the sun dips low, my heart still stays, serenading the ruins with our old love's praise. This abandoned ranch, forever turned cold, keeps the stories of us that will never grow old. Out by the old bent creek, where the wild oak shadows lay, and I first saw right in the blush of a dust-kicked day. Her laughter a melody over the clover, light and free, danced through the goldenrod, boundless as the prairie sea. Oh, I walked away under a heavy slate gray sky, left her scarf on the porch rail, didn't even say goodbye. Now the wind whispers secrets through the saddles hung on the wall, echoes of her footsteps in the twilight shadows fall. Years rolled on like tumbleweeds across these quiet plains. The cabin by the creek stands empty when it rains, where once our dreams hung thick like smoke around the fire's glow. Now only silence speaks in the places we used to go. Oh, I walked away, leaving nothing but her trace in the sunset's bleeding red over this forsaken place. And the gravel roads they mourn as I tread them once more, each step away from her heavier than the one before. By the old gnarled oak, I carved our names inside
stars whispered to the wind, now just echoes drifting apart. As the stars peer down like eyes that pity from above, I reckon the hardest trails are the ones walked without love. Yes, Rye walked away, and the skies they wept that day, as I watched the dust rise along the road that led her away. Now each sunset's fire, and every star up in the sway, they just remind me, Rye, you walked away. Rye, you walked away.
Underneath the oak where shadows wrestle with the light, I carved our names inside a heart, the edges sharp and bright. The creek sang soft beside us on that early summer's eve. Your scarf a splash of sunset, a hint you soon would leave. Hollow heart cries on the wind, whispered through the pines. Each gust of memory faded like old whiskey mixed with wine. The saddle's worn, the leather cracked, but still I ride alone, chasing echoes of your laughter across the stones. The porch still creaks, the swing's untouched, it sways with phantom breezes. Gravel roads we wandered once, now overgrown with reason. Your empty chair, the dusty glass, that cabin feels so cold. In the silence of your absence, the sunset's gold turns old. Hollow heart cries on the wind, whispering through the pines. Each gust of memory faded like old whiskey mixed with wine. The saddle's worn, leather cracked, but still I ride alone, chasing echoes of your laughter across the stone. By the fading trails of yesteryears where our wild dreams once roamed, I wander through the twilight, my spirit far from home. The stars don't shine as brightly since the heavens saw you go. In the quiet of the prairie, my heart beats slow. Hollow heart cries on the wind, a song that never dies. The pain of letting go beneath the sprawling skies. The saddle's worn, the leather cracked, but still I ride along, with echoes of your laughter turned to stone.
In a clearing past the oak tree line where the whispering winds bend and sway, there's a memory of an old porch swing. We watch the sky turn from gold to gray. Your scarf still dances in my mind like it fluttered in the breeze that day, underneath the fading light, where the crickets sang our fears away. Oh, starry night, held tight in your arms, the world felt right, but the stars don't shine as bright since you took your love away. My heart rides lonesome trails tonight through silent plains under moonlight. Starry night, oh, held so tight, bring back the love gone astray. The cabin stands empty on the ridge, window blank, the door ajar. Gravel roads that lead to nowhere, echo steps that used to go so far. The sunset burns just like before, but it burns for one, not two. Every dusk I'm missing more. The shadow by my side was you. Oh, starry night, held tight in your arms, the world felt right, but the stars don't shine as bright since you walked another way. My heart rides lonesome trails tonight through silent plains under moonlight. Starry night, oh, held so tight, in dreams is where I'll stay. Underneath this endless dome where the cold wind makes its home, I've realized my wandering shoes are just searching for what I'm bound to lose. The dust will settle, the rain will cleanse, but my old heart, it just pretends that you and I on that starry night will find the way back and set things right. Oh, starry night, held tight, can't escape from this endless flight. Though the stars might lose their light, in my soul they burn so bright. With every lonely sleepless night, I whisper to the stars so slight. Starry night, oh, held so tight, in my heart you'll always stay. Starry night, keep her tight till I find my way tonight. By the banks where the willow trees sway, there's a campfire we built one summer's day under skies vast and blue as your eyes. On the soft bed of earth where my lone heart lies, we carved our dreams in the bark of an oak, shared whispered tales with the smoke. But the river rose on that stormy night, washed away the fire that once burned so bright. Now I roam through the towns past the doors you once knew. Every sunset's a memory fading like the dew. Love's like a trail that just wins and wins. Campfire washed away, leaving only by. Now the cabin stands empty, the windows all bare, like the hollow in my chest filled with cold prairie air. Where we danced on the porch, the old record spun, a melody lost to the silence succumb. Gravel roads stretch untouched by your tread, the saddles untouched like the words we left unsaid. The river rose on that stormy night, washed away the fire that once burned so bright. Now I roam past the porches under ghostly moon's hue, each step a reminder of the love that once grew. Love's like a shadow in the twilight.
behind. In the whispers of the wind, through the chasm so deep, find the scarf you once wore. Is it still mine to keep? As the stars wheel above in their cold distant play, the darkness holds tight where your warmth used to lay. And the river keeps rising like my heart's mournful cry, washing over old memories that refuse to die. Every campfire I build, every flame I set free, is a prayer that someday your shadow returns to me. Love's a story that ends where it once did begin. Campfire washed away, but the embers still spin.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grow, sat an old wooden porch, holding secrets only I know. We carved our names in the rail, under skies vast and blue, where the promise of forever felt honest and true. But the porch stays quiet, the oak tree's grown old, the scarf you left behind's turned gray and cold. As the sun dips low in the land of the free, this lonely heart rides trails where you used to be. Time swept in like the rain on dusty, forgotten roads. Your laughter's just an echo in the cabins we called home. The saddle sits untouched, its leather cracked and dry, each creak a painful reminder of days long gone by. Still the porch stays quiet, the oak tree stands tall, the wind whispers your name in the twilight's call. With the sun hanging low in a sky so vast and deep, my heart's a lonesome rider through memories I keep. Beneath the endless heavens, I've roamed from town to town, but each horizon's painted with the love I hadn't found. The world spins on, the stars watch from above, yet in this silent stillness, all I know is our lost love. Yes, the porch stays quiet under that old oak tree, where our dreams still linger, but you're just a memory. As night claims the valley and the stars stake their claim, I'm left with the shadows and the whisper of your name. In the chill of the silence, where our laughter once rolled, the porch stays, but it's you, oh, it's you I still long for. On the outskirts of a dream, by the shadow of an oak, I trace the lines of laughter where your scarf once gently spoke. Underneath that aging porch, where the old wood barely stands,
My boots still stir the dust up, like your fingers through my hands. But love said nothing as the silence filled the air. Just the creaking of the saddle and a whisper of despair. The sunset bleeds like fire on horizons turning thin. Love said nothing, leaving me to the mercy of the wind. Those gravel roads we wandered, now just pathways to the past. The cabin stands abandoned, like the shadows that we cast. Rain taps on the rooftop, like the rhythms of your grace. But it's just a lonely heartbeat in this empty, quiet place. Love said nothing as the darkness hugged the light. Just the echo of your footsteps merging with the coming night. The stars above like watchers to a tale that's wearing thin. Love said nothing, leaving me to the mercy of the wind. And oh, how the prairies remember us, every laugh woven through the grass, every tear a drop of rain, turning trails to mud and glass. But as the moon climbs the back of the hills where once our dreams did soar, I find solace in the silence, though it pains me evermore. Love said nothing, not a farewell or a sigh, just the turning of the earth and the aching of the sky. Now I ride through fading trails where our memories have thinned. Love said nothing, but I still feel everything.
In the shadow of an oak, by the rusted gate we knew, where the whispers of the prairie grass caught the morning dew. Your scarf a patch of crimson lost beneath the summer's throne, where we carved our names on that old porch in a time all our own. Oh, how the gate still sways in winds that know your name, while my heart's locked behind it, forever waiting in vain. Every sunset paints your face on the skies I roam alone. Rusted gate stays, but darling, you've gone. The years they came with dust and rain, wore the trail to your door. The cabin stands, empty hands, no echo of your laughter anymore. That saddle rests untouched, undressed, where once it rolled the wild. Every gravel road a memory, every mile a whispered shout. Oh, how the gate still sways in winds that know your name, while my heart's locked behind it, forever waiting in vain. Every sunset paints your face on the skies I roam alone. Rusted gate stays, but darling, you've gone. Beneath the crescent moon's embrace, I feel the weight of skies. The stars like tears, the night reveals what the heart denies. In the quiet of the fading trails, I find no rest, no new starts. For every path wins back to you through the canyons of my heart. Oh, how the gate still sways in winds that sing your song, bound by rusted memories where your whisper lingers long. Every sunset's a curtain call of a play where I'm alone. Rusted gate stays, my love, and I stay forever home.